Tell me a little bit about, I guess, how practically speaking, on the do portion of the framework, how are we using AI? What kind of tools are we using to bolster which parts of your LinkedIn profile?
Well, for example, it helps you with creating content, and content, as you know, is king on LinkedIn because it'll help you create articles that help you establish yourself as a thought leader. It can write scripts for you for videos. It can help respond to influencers that when they post, you can comment on the post with something that's more than like, "Oh, thanks for sharing." Provide something that's a little more in depth. And a lot of
Okay.
times the influencers will basically reply back, with thanking them, and if their post goes viral, guess who gets taken along with that? You, as a result of that. So you benefit from, working with these influencers to promote your brand.
Interesting. So I guess that's really what a lot of folks are using AI for in many arenas is the content generation and nope, generating the content, which I've played around with it a little bit myself. And I do think the prompt engineering portion of AI is still maybe a little bit beyond the grasp of the average person. Are there tools? I know you mentioned you could ask ChatGPT to draft the prompt, but you kind of have to have a prompt to ask for the prompt. And I wonder if there's something on the horizon or maybe some tools that are available now that are going to make it a little easier for people who don't have an understanding of how to actually frame a question uh, to be able to prompt these AI systems.
Well, in my book, actually, I have a free resource that gives you about 100 prompts to ask your AI on various different topics. So that's a free resource available in my book. And certainly take advantage, you use it as an example of actual prompts that are effective. And then once you use that, you'll develop on your own, versions that, are catered to your particular industry. So there's no reason not to take advantage of it. Books are definitely a way to get information. My book definitely has resources and creating prompts. So it's a matter of being motivated to do that. And most people kind of procrastinate for the most part. And hopefully this will give an incentive to do something that could be very useful.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Getting Giving tools to make things a little easier is definitely going to help a lot of people get sort of off their butts. So in that way, I think AI is going to be super super helpful. That's interesting. So what's on the horizon? What's next that you think is going to be sort of revolutionary or helpful?
Well, I think the way we're doing searches right now, like platforms like Google and Yahoo, are going to be pretty much gone in 5 years. I think the new things nowadays, like Perplexity, is a great AI tool that's going to revolutionize how we do searches. And it's going to give you information without the ads and without misleading. It's going to get right to the source and give you such a value that I think people won't even think twice about it when looking at it. I mean, look back years ago. I mean, what was the biggest thing at the time 20 years ago? Yahoo was just in the infancy, but I think before Yahoo was MySpace. Well, guess what? Where are they now? You know, the same thing I believe is going to happen with Google.
Okay, that's interesting. When I was a kid in the 90s, we had a lot of movies and TV shows, especially on the Disney Channel, that hypothesized the future and what the devices would look like and how access to information with like a screen that's just in front of your face. When you have access to this AI thing, and then Facebook, I think, has goggles that you wear that throws a screen out in front of your face. How long before that's a contact lens in your eyeball? And we really do have this futuristic, no screens, no hardware, access to all of the information in the whole wide world. That's going to be a very, very interesting future.
Yeah, great. It's definitely a great time to be alive, I would say.